find the remedy, or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Before you turn away, I just want you to know that I didn't throw your stuff away. Before you make up your mind that I'm nowhere to find, I'm standing right here. I know that I told you we're over, I swear that I'm sober, just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that you miss me. Would you stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right, we'll find the remedy, or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Till the morning light, till the morning light, till the morning light, yeah. Till the morning light, till the morning light, till the morning light, yeah. Maybe I'm just too weak, maybe I'm just afraid of being alone. Well, I don't care, 'cause right now I feel the love that we said we would burn.
Hit
Oh, I
the
know
like
that you feel
button.
too. I know that I told you we're over, I swear that I'm sober, just listen, I miss you.
Does he have
And I
like this
know that I said
swag?
all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that
Girls, you don't
that
know.
you miss me. Would you stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right, we'll find the remedy, or would you stay with me now till
Hit
the
the like
Stay till the
buttons.
morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right, we'll find the remedy, or would you stay with me now till the morning? Would you stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right, we'll find the remedy, or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Till the morning light, till the morning light, till the morning light, yeah. Till the morning light, till the morning light, till the morning light, yeah. I know that I told you we're over, I swear that I'm sober, just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that you miss me.
Push the like button. Everyone should post on your like.
No creo que solo sea amor. Por ti, baby, doy el mundo y la mitad en mi corazón. Baby, tú y yo queriéndonos, sintiéndonos. Hazme el amor, y el que tanto dice tenerme. Hazme el amor, pa' que matemos la curiosidad. Tú sabes mejor que esos besos solo quedan suerte. Hazme el amor, olvidarnos de nuestra realidad. Yeah, te conozco poco y me provoca tanto cuando estamos en la cama. Esas ganas de hoy que nos tenemos no se dejan pa' mañana. Mi color favorito es verte desnuda solita pa' mí. No estoy seguro si tú estás consciente que te adicto a querer de ti. Es que ya, baby, que se da, si es contigo, vamos al cielo. Hazme el amor, y el que tanto dice tenerme. Hazme el amor, pa' que matemos la curiosidad.
In a world with no production value, a man decided to recap The Bachelor. And now, available only on Patreon, you can see Vintage Dave.
Okay, hello. This is my first review of Bachelor Season 20 with Ben Higgins. That's rubbish, Dave.
Neal's making a clip of it.
I have been wondering this so much lately. Like, how did Dave Neal rise to prominence in the YouTube space when there are so many women who cover the show with such thought and nuance?
In a world of mediocrity, where the cocktail parties keep getting canceled, a power recap empire like no other. Prepare to digress. Prepare to be disgruntled. Prepare to be informed. Prepare to be entertained. Oh my God. Rise your finger up and onto the like button. Prominent this video an odd number of times. It's time to rise with prominence with Bachelor Nation News. And your host, the one, the only, Dave Neal.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hello everybody. Wow, what an intro. Who would have made that? How we doing out there, everybody? Good to see you. Dave Neal, Bachelor Nation News. Empire continues with the part one finale of The Bachelorette tonight. Coming up in 1 hour. We'll set the timer. We'll hang out, watch a few trailers, some previews, and get right into it. Hello, Linda. Linda's in Indianapolis. Where's everyone coming from in the chat? Let me know. Hit the like button an odd number of times. 1 works best. 7's fine too. Annette, good to see you. And Sarai, everyone else. Hanging out across the old globe out there. Any international folks? I see we've got our good friend Sophia from Montreal. Bonjour, ça va? And everyone else. Jen's checking in from Canada too. We got her. You might have heard me from today's videos. Under the weather, Dave. I took a nap. That's how you know I'm under the weather. Took a little bit of a nap having the sniffles, but we can have sniffles all day long. We are crushing it in the algorithm today. Look at this. Latest video just made 6,700 views in the last couple hours. We are just crushing it right now. We'll share some of that info with you guys today. It's just that time of the year, baby. That's right, right there. There it is. Fireworks, baby. That's how you know you got a banger on your hands all day long. Love to see it. Lost a couple folks yesterday, gained a lot more today. Let me tell you something. That's what the internet's all about, right? Hey, how about this? Big shout out to Tori Ann. Big shout out to Tori Ann on our Facebook. Says this on the Dave Neal's community. Well, it finally happened. Had a dream with Dave Neal in it. We were at a frat party in college. Well, good to know you've chosen to hang with me at a good old frat party in college. The beer is cold. The conversation's warm. You know, I get messages very often from, you know it's how you make a lot of content when everyone thinks you show up in their dreams. Ashley S. says that thumbnail was genius. Hey, yeah, sometimes a good thumbnail is worth losing 30 subscribers to it, but that's just the way the old recap empire works. So we'll check in on a couple different trailers. We shared them earlier, nothing too big. We've got Grandpa John hanging out there with his favorite short sleeve dress shirts, looking dapper. Of course, Gabby looks great as always. John's the real winner of this season for sure, and so much more to talk about. So we're just gonna be hanging out. If anyone has any thoughts, we don't do any spoilers here. No spoilers here for this live preview. But if anyone does want to call in, we do have the voicemail number. You can call in, leave a voicemail, tell us what you're doing, what you're cooking, what's going on in your life, what you thought of this season. Tell us if you think it'll work out okay. I'd love to hear your thoughts. 401-213-9828. I'll play some voicemails. I don't know what I have, but let's just see what I got here.
Hey, Dave. Long time no chat. I've been away for a while, but this is not for the viewers. This is for you.
Oh, all right. Well, I won't play the rest of it then. I won't play what you said, but let's go to the next one.
All giveaway. This drawing is sponsored by Walgreens.
Okay, that's a Walgreens spam. All right, Walgreens is calling in. Who wants to hear from Walgreens?
Amazon and the Powerball State Lottery.
Oh my gosh, could this be this is, let me tell you something. You want to know what kind of country we live in? Let me tell you a little something about the country we live in. We've got Walmart, Amazon, and Powerball all teaming up to suck our
Powerball
souls.
State Lottery. As the first place winner, you will be awarded with...
Oh, can it? It's a spam call, folks. All right. Okay, we got spam calls already. Spam calls and people that are leaving private voicemails, which is totally fine, but I just can't play those. So let me know, anyone else out there. Feel free to call in. Oh, boy. Lauren Kaminsky says, I got 6 pumpkin spice stuff at the store today. Feel free to send in your pumpkin spice lattes. God knows I can use them. We're doing a pumpkin spice iced coffee right now, trying to... Look, I don't know if this is true, but I heard if you drink enough pumpkin spice latte, it actually cures you of COVID. It's the old pumpkin spice 19 vaccine that I have here. It's a you have to drink it, and the COVID just goes right away. I don't know if I have COVID. I don't think I do. I'll test myself, but either way, just a little end of the summer cold we have here. Okay, so... barring no new voicemails, let's get right into some of the topics in the Bachelor world. I discussed this in my last video. It's a theory that Ben Smith may be the next Bachelor. It's just a theory, but the thought came about to Bachelor Rabbit Hole, which, by the way, Bachelor Rabbit Hole has been doing a damn good job. They've been hustling over there on their Instagram. Is Ben Smith the next Bachelor? Ben Smith was a contestant on Claire and Tayshia's Bachelorette season. It was Tayshia's runner-up. Just as The Bachelor is about to begin filming, Ben announces that he is leaving his company. The scales in my life have tipped in favor of professional opportunities. Why does that sound like Hunger Games, you know? May the odds be ever in your favor. Oh, I'll tell you what, the abs are ever in his favor. Holy hell, he's looking good. The scales in my life have tipped in favor of professional opportunities and personal interests outside of the gym. You're about to get real sick of me. I'm proud of the business. So essentially, he posted his Instagram yesterday saying he's got other things happening, so he's going to be stepping aside from the day-to-day activities. Could it be the other things that he has happening are becoming the next Bachelor? Maybe. That's probably like a 5%. Hey, who knows? Really, who knows? Could it be Avon? We don't know. Avon's still on the show, but as we know, Rachel told Tino, and who the hell's the other guy? You know what I mean? Basically, Avon was not in the consideration when it came to the. I think Rachel told Tino and the other person that's name's leaving my head that she loved them, but she didn't tell Tino that. So we'll have to see. Could it be Tino?
Hey Dave, it's Mrs. B from Hamilton.
Jen, what's up?
I actually never watched last week's second episode, so I am a little behind. I never got around to watching it. I think I was
You didn't miss much.
No, I was out for dinner or something. So yeah, I'm a little behind. But my husband's aunt is coming over to watch this with me tonight, so I think I'm gonna make her call in. I don't know what she's gonna say. I'm sure she's gonna make fun of me, but whatever, that's fine. And if anybody, drop your favorite pizza toppings in the chat, because I got to order a pizza for us tonight. So yeah, I hope everyone enjoys the stream tonight. Bye.
Bye. Now listen, a lot of people have a problem with pineapple in your pizza. I'm not one of those guys, but I will tell you, rather than doing ham and pineapple pizza, bacon and pineapple. But I also like a bacon, pepperoni, jalapeno. I think that can work well. If you're going for like traditional pepperoni mushroom is a good combination. I usually stay away from like a veggie pizza. I'll tell you what I've been doing a lot lately is I've been doing a lot of blue cheese. I've been doing pizza and then I've been dipping the pizza in blue cheese because if you don't have any respect for your body, you like to dip your pizza in blue cheese. That's what works for me. All right, thank you, Jen. Let me know what you go with there. I'm in my final 30 days before my wedding. Let's see what the final is. Right here, 32 days to go before the wedding. So Tasha let me be in charge of the registry, which you should never do. So of course I added a pizza oven. Here's the thing that annoys me. All these registries that people have, it's always like the dumbest bowls. And I was talking about this on the Patreon Live, but how come the registry, like I found this like lifestyle section of the registry and they had like really cool camping gear and stuff. Why don't they do that? So don't tell Tasha. I added a GoPro Max 360 to the registry. Anyway, not that it's important to you guys. I just thought, maybe I'd man the registry up a little bit. All right, let's go to, let's play one of our, let's see here. Where is it? Let's play one of the trailers for tonight's episode here. Let's start with this one. Let's start with Big Tony there.
How's it going?
This is Aven.
How you doing? It's great to meet you. Rachel sees something in me and a future with me the same way I do with her, and family's a big factor into those decisions.
I guess this is kind of like the big question, but this engagement could potentially happen so soon, like in a matter of days.
Cute sister.
Where are you? Do you think that could happen?
I don't know, but I am falling in love with her, and my feelings are very strong.
Even not wanting to be engaged at the end of this process.
He didn't say he didn't want to be engaged. He said he doesn't know.
Will be a deal breaker.
What did you guys ask him? Did you kill him?
No.
Did you kill him?
He just
Look here, did you kill him? He's dead. Aven's been killed.
said he just was unsure that there would be an engagement at the end.
He's like, I'm being honest with her completely.
Yeah, but this is shocking because this is not what he told me.
He told us that he told you all of this.
Coming up tonight on The Bachelorette 2-part. Okay, you get the whole of it. I don't know. I mean, look, Bachelorette Windmill nails it. Petition to put "Are you ready to get engaged?" on the application for future contestants. Or how about contestants that don't want to get engaged? How about we normalize a slow engagement process? I know, I'm just speaking crazy thoughts here.
I didn't think this day would ever come.
I've always been honest with you. Why? Oh my God.
I don't want to force him into a decision. I just want to know the truth.
What am I supposed to do? Why are you yelling at me?
Gabby.
Why are you yelling at me? I'm not yelling at you!
I don't want to do this anymore. You told me things and then you went back against what you said.
Oh, good grief. Good grief, Rachel. All right, we have a super chat from Peggy. Oh, Peggy with a pumpkin spice latte for Dave. Thank you. Yeah, $6.75 is right. Prices these days. I'll tell you what, the way Tasha spends money at Starbucks, not to say she uses a lot, but whenever we go, I'll get some sort of blue collar, small, iced, whatever. And then she'll be like, can I have a double pump mocha, double pump Dave's bank account, double pump, this, that, and the other. Oh, and you make it, what's the most expensive thing you can put into it? Throw that in there too. And I'm only going to drink 1/3 of it. And then the ice is going to melt and Dave's going to be like, how come you didn't drink all of it? It cost $9. Why are you yelling at me? That type of deal. All right. What is love? We're heating up. There's something about Sick Dave that I really feel like is crushing you right now. I feel like we got a lot of good. The energy is. I've had stand-up shows the last 4 or 5 nights. And, I wake up at sunrise for you heathens. And this would be so much easier if I lived on the East Coast. I'd be able to wake up at a normal hour. But you wake up on the West Coast, I got to get my videos up before East Coast goes to lunch every day. You know what I mean? Y'all rely on me. You need me. You know what I mean? Anyway, all right. So let's go to that Duhas music.
It's the best kind of love.
Everyone's lying to me. You look great.
Hey, Tony.
I get emotional with you. I'm just so confused. It's okay.
He's always accepted every part of me. It's like a safe love.
I want the best for her.
this was the, the intern got to choose the music for that one. Never again. Natalie says, I have definitely said that. Why are you yelling at me more often than I care to admit? Oh, Tasha does the same thing. It's like she's, like a highly sensitive person. So if I'm ever like, hey, babe, what? Why are you, honey, I'm not, I don't yell like that. No, I'm not a yeller. I'm not a yeller unless it's a Tom Brady scoring a touchdown or something of value like that. But Louise says, can we all double pump Dave's bank account? Yeah, do what you need to do. Throw some pumpkin spice latte right into it. Do we have any voicemails? We got one, but if you want to call the voicemail line, it's 401-213-9828, 401-213-9828. Of course, the voicemail line will be open after tonight's episode. I'm sure we'll have lots of calls.
Hey, Dave. It's Dave in New York City.
Dave.
I think the most shocking thing I've heard tonight is that you like blue cheese. That's the thing that's sort of toppling me over at the moment. So I'd be interested in what other people think. Blue cheese, yes or no? Would she say yes? Would I say no? It's worth debating.
It is. A good old blue cheese debate. I'll tell you what. Now, the question, you said I like blue cheese. Do you mean on pizza or in general? And I'll tell you why I've been going with blue cheese as a dipping sauce for my pizza. We've got those Daiya cheese pizzas, which is fake cheese. Let me see if I can find a Daiya cheese pizza for you guys here. Daiya cheese pizza. They sell these frozen pizzas. They're actually quite expensive, right? There's nothing about this pizza is real. You know what I mean? So, but Tasha's got this gluten thing. She can't do gluten and she can't have fun apparently. So we get these pizzas. It's a good source of fiber. It's not a good source of taste. Plant-based, dairy, soy, and gluten-free. So these pizzas are so bad. What I like to do though, here's how you negotiate in a relationship. Now I could get my own pizza or whatever, but I'll take this pizza and then on half of the pizza, I cook this in a large skillet and I bake it. But on half the pizza, I add a ton of cheese, like real cheese, human, but by human cheese, I mean, not breast milk cheese, but you know what I mean? Although I'd be down to try any type of cheese. If someone was like, hey, the best cheese for your pizza comes from breast milk, I'd say, pump it away, baby. Let's get into it. You know what I mean? But that's not the case here. I use cow cheese, sometimes goat cheese. I'm like the Bubba Grumpa cheese. Whatever type of cheese you want. And then I put it on one half of the pizza. I'll add my own toppings and then I bake it. But the crust is still barely edible. It's it tastes like an Amazon shipping box. So what I do then is I'll get chunky blue cheese and I'll dip that in because chunky blue cheese, I think, saves the pizza. Now, do I need to put chunky blue cheese on a normal cheese pizza? No, I don't need to do that. But, every once in a while, that's how you spice up what is otherwise not a good food. Now, gun to your head. I don't know why anyone would put a gun to your head to make you eat this pizza. It's edible. It's totally fine. It's just not pizza. It's whatever, voodoo they put together. So that's where I stand with that. All right. So we've got, hey, look at that. We've got Rachel Lindsay. She's hanging out there at the, what is she doing with her hands? Little tattoo there. She's got some nice nail polish there. And this is her at the Emmys last night. Dope Sick won an award. I've been watching Dope Sick. You guys been watching that? Big Rachel stays busy and booked and busy. So there she is at the various events looking glowing as always there. Leaving the Bachelor audience in the dust. Definitely doing bigger things. She's red carpet ready. Good to see Big Rach over there. We already covered this story. Don't have much of an update from James McCoy Taylor. He, got arrested. Look, I always give credit where it's due. Like he said, it's a good mugshot. The lighting's not good on his eyes, so I can't tell if his eyes are bloodshot. Teeth look nice. As far as, getting arrested, not a bad look for getting arrested. I personally prefer the no smile mugshot. I've never had one. Like to knock on wood. But of course, people came out of all corners to talk about all of their creepy experiences they've had with him. And of course, you guys know me. If you guys want a full summation of what went down with him, he's just being hypocritical. So I made a couple reels here to show it off.
Our police sent a wall at the border.
We all want respect for our police. During the arrest, police said he became verbally abusive towards the officer, called him an idiot, among other things, and made threats to have the officer fired and would press charges.
Some respect for our police sent a wall at the border.
All right, so that's our guy right there.
Some respect for our
So
police.
that's it. You know me. I like to just call people out on their hypocrisy.
What matters is the soul of this country.
Police also noted in their arrest report there was an 18-year-old college freshman companion in the passenger seat of the pickup that Taylor had just met at Northgate, and he was planning to take her back to her dorm room. Police went on to write in the report that she was impaired and was not in any kind of condition to appraise the benefits and risks of the situation she was in. All right, so there it is. Your old boy over there. Sarah, our moderator, says blue cheese, no way. And then Bruce, other moderator, says blue cheese is good in context. Oh, we've got a blue cheese beef going on here. Trisha said blue cheese with wings. Yeah, I mean, I could do ranch with wings. I'm not going to fight someone over it, but I'm totally cool with blue cheese. One of my friends from college who will be coming to my wedding next month used to bring his own blue cheese to the bar. That's how much he liked his blue cheese. He'd bring it all to the bar. Melissa CK said, love blue cheese. If you know, you know. I don't even know if I know, but I know that, you got to do what you got to do. So let's see here. We have some more stuff coming up from Bachelorette. Madison Pruitt and Trizzy Trout already have a wedding date, and it's soon. Purity culture is wild. Hey, look, you're trying to get it in, and you need to slip a ring on that finger so you can slip something else around. You get married faster. I mean, look, here they are.
To do is to pursue purity and to wait until marriage. And so because of that, we're like, well, we're not trying to have a super long dating
Let's wrap this up. Let's wrap this up, man.
Let's go. Ugh. All right. Voicemail line's open, 401-213-9828. Annette Astrology says, you two make such nice couple. Are kids in the future? Kids are talked about. I feel like we're at that stage where we wouldn't have an abortion if we got pregnant. I feel like that's, you know what I mean? You know that stage when you're young and you're like, there's no way I'm having kids. And now we're like, well, if we fall into some kids, we'll fall into some kids. You know what I mean? Like they just throw them to you one day. Here's your kid, you freaking asshole. I don't know. That's where we're at, honestly. We're not necessarily child planning, but we're not also planning to not have kids. I'll tell you this. The decision to want to have kids relies on whether or not I've been to an Applebee's in the last 72 hours. You know what I mean? If you've been to an Applebee's in the last 72 hours and you have it fresh in your head, some kid just throwing blooming onions at each other. No, you don't want kids. You don't want them. But, you go a few days without being reminded of kids and you only see some cute TikTok video, some kid who loves corn, then you want to have kids. But again, is that for the right reasons? I'm well aware of the sort of genetic codes that get turned on within us that say, must procreate now. But anyway, I think I could procreate with a nice baby Bjorn. I think I could milk, no pun intended, the kid game. But I don't know. Well, maybe one day we'll have to see how it goes. Speaking of relationships, Kaylin Miller Keys shares that she and Dean will both propose. Who's got more complicated last name, Miller Keys or Unglert? She said it's all about equality in our relationship. I'm all about equality, but equality doesn't mean everything's like, you can have equality in theory, but that doesn't mean every single thing needs to be like you propose and I propose and, you fart, I fart. If you're a bird, I'm a bird. It's like, no, you can, one person can propose and the other can accept. If you only make it a power struggle if that's what you want. But hey, if they want to propose at the same time to each other and both say yes at the same time, totally fine. Totally fine. Do you, boo? All right. Do we have any voicemail lines defending blue cheese? I guess not. I guess I stated my case and I made it pretty obvious that blue cheese is okay. Feel free to call in if you disagree, 401-213-9828. I'd love to hear anyone call in and discuss how tonight's episode might go down. My initial guess is that they were going to do a specific episode dedicated to Rachel's love story and a specific one to Gabby's. But the more I've thought about it, the more I imagine they're going to split time. So in this episode tonight, I wouldn't be surprised if there's, speaking of blue cheese, some blue balls, in the sense that we're not going to come to a conclusion, if you will, on any hot topics tonight. I don't think we're going to come to a conclusion in any way whatsoever. I don't think we're going to get the end of Rachel's relationship or the end of Gabby's. I think we're just going to be left with some cliffhangers for next week. That's just my thought. We have 347 people in the chat. If you haven't ever before introduced yourself, feel free to introduce yourself to the chat. And I am going to work on getting the countdown clock going. So I'm ready. We're going to count down the clock to today at 4:56 p.m. So I'm going to end 4 minutes before the show begins. That'll give me time to go prepare on my side of things. Anyway, it looks like I'm very far behind in the chat section. Sorry about that. I've just been ranting and raving. So if I've missed any important questions, feel free to re-ask. I have to go to the top of the chat. Paola Ponce says, I think they're doing Meet the Parents. I feel like they have to split time. I wonder if they'll bring out Eric. Illumin Music says, Neal, you should be resting. First of all, that's my last name and you spelt it wrong, but I appreciate you telling me to rest. If anyone wants to send me a $700 super chat, I will end the video right now. Otherwise, I'll just keep on staying at work. I did take a little nap a little while ago, so that was fine, but I think I'll be okay. I think my immune system can handle me chatting with you guys. Amy just called. She said, let's go to Amy's voicemail.
Dave, Bruce.
Oh, hold on. That's Bruce. All right, here's Bruce, and then we'll go to Amy.
From Oregon. How is tonight's episode going to go down? I really don't know because I feel like I can't even remember the rest of this season. I mean, there was like 1 minute there's a meatball, and the next minute we're on a cruise ship, and the next minute UFOs are abducting Logan, and now like all the relatives are yelling at all the other relatives, and I just feel like this is a big mess. But at least it's kind of entertaining. Anyway, that's all I got. See ya. Bye.
Bye, Bruce in Oregon. Yeah, this is what the whole show's all about, right? For 10 weeks, we go, this show stinks. There's nothing. This is horrible. They're the worst. I hate it. Don't you remember the golden days? Bring back Chris Harrison. And then we get one trailer that shows us what goes down, and we're like, oh, shoot. It's a clean up aisle 7. You know what I mean? And that's where we're at right now. Someone had mentioned that they think maybe Gabby's season will end this episode. That way she can be ready for Dancing with the Stars, which is a fascinating theory. I'm not going to share it in this video, but I did make a video earlier today that shows that Gabby may have accidentally spoiled her ending. We know that Eric is the last man standing. My guess is whatever controversy we see between Eric and Gabby will be highly fabricated. And just for the cameras. The whole, should I propose, shouldn't I? My guess is they're doing just fine. Will Eric address Blackface? That's actually, right here. That's actually a very interesting question, one of which I really don't know. I don't know if he's going to address it. This is why people, need crisis management skills, because 5 days ago, Eric mentioned and apologized for the photo that was unearthed from 2011, where he was wearing blackface, dressed as Jimi Hendrix, right? So this came out, and about 24 hours after it came out, he issued his apology. I told my friend Logan, look, if Eric wants to apologize, you should tell him he should apologize. We saw what happened with Rachel Kirkconnell, where the show clearly wanted her to wait till whatever. That's the way it used to be before social media. You would just wait till the next week to see how things played out. No, not in today's world. If you want to stop this fire from becoming a global fire, You got to put it out. He did that. He apologized. Of course, some people didn't like the apology. They thought different things of it. Not my place to critique how other people feel about it. Logan, Eric's close friend, said takes a man to talk about his mistakes. Guys who have met you know what kind of person you've been. There, Mighty said, would he have ever talked about it if it stayed buried, though? My answer to that is no. Most people, what goes to show with a lot of controversies we see in Bachelor Nation, we see exposed tweets and things like that. Most people don't realize how egregious their past mistakes might have been. Could have been that, I don't know. I mean, I couldn't tell you if someone was like, Dave, I'll give you $1 million if you can locate your high school yearbook. I'd go, I don't know. I'd have to look in my parents' attic. You know what I mean? But then again, if someone's super famous, you have probably 200 other students that might have their yearbook and go, let's look through it. While what Eric did was wrong, and of course he rightfully apologized for it, I do still question the motivation of the person who leaked it. They waited till pretty much the biggest moment of the guy's life to leak it. And you can look at motivation like that. Like if it was journalism, you're not allowed to hold on to a story, right? That's the rules of journalism. I mean, people do it, but you're supposed to report on the news as you find them, not just wait till the right moment to throw a hit piece on somebody. So it's very interesting. Very interesting. All right, next voicemail. But the question is, will he talk about it on After the Final Rose? My guess is he probably would. I mean, I don't know if he would want to. It's an elephant in the room, but it's not the biggest because he did acknowledge it already. Versus Rachel Kirkconnell's thing was like so big. Chris Harrison had been fired. So much had happened. Eric being in the finale with Gabby, I would think it's probably best to acknowledge it. I think that's the best case scenario. I always lean on that side. Whether or not the show wants that to be part of their programming, it's really up to them.
Hey, Dave. I'm Amy from San Jose, California.
Hey, Amy.
I think today it will be like normal. First, last chance day to meet the parents, and the rose ceremony for Rachel. Then, on Friday, next week, the proposal. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you so much for calling in from San Jose. Yeah, we'll definitely get to meet the parents. When it comes to Gabby, she's estranged from her mother. So who we meet from Gabby's side, of course, we can expect to meet her grandfather. Sorry about that loud noise there. Loud noise is, why are we yelling? As we know, Gabby's already introduced Eric to her grandfather. Or to Grandpa John. So we actually have a lot going on there. By the way, Natalie in Canada with a $10 Canadian super chat. Everyone send some money so this man can go to sleep, get some rest, Dave. Oh, thank you so much. No, either way, I mean, I'm here for you guys. It's all right. I wouldn't be able to fall asleep right now anyway. I took a nap. I won't be doing a late night live stream tonight. I will be doing an after episode live stream. The best thing you guys can do is call in. That for every phone call, that's 1 minute less time I actually have to speak out loud, but I do appreciate the positive vibes. Derek said he will address blackface once Justin Trudeau addresses it. As we know, your Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, dressed in brownface, dressed in Arabian Nights, I believe, to be specific, back in the day. Oh, Val with a $5 super chat. Thank you for making me teacher of the day. Oh, yeah, Val's our teacher of the day. If you haven't already, go check out any of today's videos. Hold on, let me go here. If you check out any of the older videos of the day, you will see that we had Val as our teacher of the day. I will find a clip for that shortly here. Here it is. Hold on. So, as you know, we've been naming our teacher of the day. And then there's a link in the comment section. You click on it, and here it is, Mrs. K. And I hope she got some good donations. Learning resources. I mean, I love all the toys. The best thing about this teacher appreciation that we've been doing is how many people have written in saying, they've got maybe kids that are on the spectrum or have other, learning, specialties that they need. And by seeing the teacher's wish list, they've actually been able to buy tools in teaching supplies that actually help their kid as well. I mean, I think that's a really cool place that exists now. I mean, you know what I mean? Like when my mom was raising me, there was no conversation about how to raise your kid. You know what I mean? Like my mom did the best she could, but I'm looking forward, if I have kids, I'm looking forward to like learning what their love languages are. I'm looking forward to learning what motivates them and what inspires them and how they communicate and all those things. I don't think the previous generation had any grasp on that. And again, I think a lot of people still don't, not to knock anybody. I think, people were trying the best with the information they had, but seeing the teachers customize all of their classrooms really makes you respect how hard teachers work out there. All right, so shout out to our teacher there, Miss Val. We appreciate you. Let's see what's going on here. Rebecca says, I dressed up as Hendrix in high school too. I did blackface and my mom, who was a hairstylist, teased my hair into the most beautiful afro. I was so proud of my costume and had no idea how wrong I was. Rebecca Malone, I am not surprised by your story. It's kind of like how when Rachel Kirkconnell, when she had her issue, everyone was like, you should have known that antebellum parties were part of the Confederacy. And I was like, I'd never heard of an antebellum party. And as soon as I admitted that, a lot of people did too. They were like, yeah, I have no idea what this is all about. It just goes to show that our country is not all on the same level playing field we should be. It doesn't mean blackface was ever right. I don't think anyone's making that argument. It just goes to show that there was a sort of normalization of things through Hollywood that you saw out there. Again, not right and not an excuse, but important to acknowledge that that thing did exist. Like we can't pretend like the history wasn't there, that we didn't see on Hollywood and these different places that happened. All right. Let's see. I think we're all set on voicemail. So if anyone wants to call in, 401-213-9828. I think I'm going to do sushi tonight. I think that's what Tasha and I are going to be doing, some sushi tonight. I weighed myself, which I don't think measuring your weight is the best way to measure how you feel like body-wise, but I measured my weight because I'm getting sized up for my suit, for my wedding next month, and I came in below 180 for the first time in a while. I was actually pretty happy. I'm going to be trying intermittent fasting, which is where you only eat in a specific time of day. Of course, everyone's you could criticize every type of diet. No, don't do that. Don't do this. Tasha's always like surprised when I have some weird diet, because for her, she didn't have the same, eating stigmas that I did. But just because she can maintain a healthy body weight doesn't mean that I can. And for me, I have more of a sugar addiction. You guys know how it all goes. I get addicted to sugar, and then I get anxiety because I have a sugar high and I crash and I can't focus and all those things that come about. So part of going on an intermittent diet, it's or at least to try different things, is to kind of refresh the body. For me, at least, everyone's different. So for the next couple of weeks, I'm just going to be eating between the hours of 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. It was perfectly fine yesterday. I had a stand-up show at 11. I had a Diet Coke still at my stand-up show. But of course, I'm dogged now. But my exhaustion is not due to day one of intermittent fasting. It's really the fact that I caught whatever summer bug that's been floating around out there. Okie dokie. Let's see what we have for your comments. Sarai said she left a voicemail. I don't see any, but let me... Oh, there it is. I found your voicemail.
Hey, Dave and everyone. It's Sarai. I wasn't going to call in, but decided to, maybe because I need some help. Trying not to cry.
Oh, hey, Sarai. Don't cry.
So for those who don't know, this morning, one of my cats, Robert, passed away in my arms. And, sudden...
Hold on. We didn't... Your audio's not good. I think we had talked about this on your Patreon. Your cat had passed away today.
And, these are just me. Then I had to get out of the house, so I donated plasma today. So I did something good for someone else. And now I'm just waiting for my bus to go back home. My job is wonderful. I absolutely love my job. I get to play with dogs. I get paid to do it. And everything else is okay. But, yeah, I just need some joy, some happiness. All right. Thanks, all. Love you. Bye.
All right, Sarai, we are here to provide joy and happiness. Yeah, Sarai works with dogs, cats, and I think other animals too. And with that comes dealing with, death, as we all know. And that's part, I always say this, people take the jobs they can handle, right? So you probably have the type of spirit that is very welcoming to our elderly pets. And so if you can look at it in a way where you're providing them the warmth and love they need in their end of life moments, you can see it as a positive, but at the same time, you can only help others, including our furry friends, when you're in a healthy, place full of love. But I'm sure it can take a huge toll on you. Alonda Hipkins says Diet Cokes will kill you. Yeah, I'm dying of Diet Cokes. Thank you. I always say this. Yeah. I mean, but by the way, Diet Cokes, will they kill you? I feel like that's a whole thing. But people say the aspartame and everything. Drinking a reasonable amount of diet soda a day, such as a can or two, isn't likely to hurt you. The artificial sweeteners and other chemicals currently used in diet soda are safe for most people, and there's no credible evidence that these ingredients cause cancer. What happens if you drink too many Diet Cokes? A growing body of evidence suggests that Diet Coke consumption correlates with an increased risk of a wide range of medical conditions, heart conditions such as heart attacks, high blood pressure, metabolic issues, including diabetes and obesity. Well, it's one of those things. You see people that are pre-diabetic drinking sodas, and then you correlate that, well, soda must cause it. And it's like, well, I think it's a little more complicated than that. But, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I got no joys left in life. You know what I mean? All right. Any other voicemails here? So we've already played the finale. Let's see. Go here. We've already played the trailers. Do we have any more? Here are the ladies doing their thing. What's Gabby wearing there? What type of knit would you call that? It looks like crochet, right? Doesn't it look kind of crochet? Either way, Gabby's there. And Gabby, of course, is preparing for Dancing with the Stars. So let's see if we can find Gabby's Dancing with the Stars. I think they just released her intro. Let's see if we can find it here.
A whole new world.
And these stars are shining brighter than ever.
Jordan Sparks.
Daniel Durant.
Charlie D'Amelio.
Heidi D'Amelio.
Vinny Guadagnino.
Selma Blair.
Jason Lewis.
Shangela.
Gabby Wendy.
Sam Champion.
Teresa Giudice.
Joseph Baena.
Trevor Donovan.
Jesse James Decker.
Cheryl Lack.
And Wayne Brady.
Dancing with the Stars, live September 19th.
Only on Disney+.
I spent about, 90 seconds talking about diets. Carly says, why all the dieting talk? Too bad. Bye, folks. Enjoy the show. I talk about my life, Carly. I talk about my life, and I don't hold back. And if I'm doing an intermittent fasting to prepare my body to be in its better shape, then that's what I do. And if people can't, what am I going to do? A trigger warning? I'm about to mention, Dave Neal's about to mention diet soda. What am I supposed to do? We got time to kill. We've played the stupid trailers. There's nothing else to talk about. Feel free to change the subject.
Hey, Dave
Sassy.
and everyone. It's Kristen from Florida.
Kristen.
I just heard Sarai's voicemail, and it breaks my heart to hear I'm also dealing with a loss. My 13-year-old pup.
Sorry to hear that.
We had to put down yesterday.
Oh.
And it's hard, and it'll never be easy no matter how old they get. So sending love to everyone who's dealing with loss right now. These are the things that I love about Dave's channel, is the fact that we're able to talk about hard things, and he's built such a community. I myself, made a grief video about how to teach your children about grief and how to cope on my own channel that I've been growing because Dave has inspired me to do so. You guys are awesome. I can't wait for us all to escape into this big world of reality TV where we get to focus on other people's problems and not our own. So everyone enjoy the show tonight. Thanks, Dave, for all that you do, and I hope that you feel better.
Of course. Thank you so much for calling in. We'd love to plug your channel. Kristen Nunez. Do I have the right channel here? Leave a comment. I want to make sure I have the right. This could be the wrong. I might have the wrong one here. I feel like I do. Let me know. Oh, geez, I wasn't prepared to share your link. So let me try to find that here. Was that it? Is that the right one? That can't be it because I'm looking at your new videos and I don't see, unless you've only been making shorts. Let's see, Kristen Nunez here. I'll look for it. Or send me a DM. I want to make sure that I find it for you. Alrighty then. Let's see what else we have here. Ashley says everything is terrible for you. Natalie says everything will kill you. And Sophia says everything will kill you if you try hard enough. Yeah. No, Alonda, you didn't say cancer, but that article said that it doesn't give you cancer. I don't know. I don't know what Diet Coke could do for you. I'm sure accompanied with other, it's one of those things. It's like there's people that smoke a pack of cigarettes every day and they're perfectly healthy. And then there's people who have fast food or this or that. Anyway, let's see here. Lauren said, diet soda is worse for you than regular soda. My doctor has told me. I respectfully don't necessarily believe your doctor offhand. I'd have to know more from your doctor. The food pyramid used to tell us that we needed a loaf of bread every morning. So I'm kind of in that place where like, sure, do I believe medicine collectively when things are tested? And yes, but at the same time, we know the sugar lobbyists, created studies to say that sugar's not bad for you. And of course, we know sugar is probably the worst thing you can have. It's the biggest killer out there.
Hello. Hey, Dave. This is David in Las Cruces, New Mexico.
Hey.
Long time, first time. So I just wanted to another David from New York City called a couple weeks ago, just saying that you're good.
By the way, love the Dave love. We got Dave's calling from coast to coast. Hey, the Dave Neal Show. Just call in as long as your name's Dave.
Voice of, compassion, openness, reason, optimism. It's definitely needed in this world. And I second that. And also, necessary amount of humor. I just want to thank him for sharing that. And also, secondly, so I'm a little bit behind. I just watched the Men Tell All the other day. And so with Logan, I totally agree with you. It's totally fine, making the switch from Rachel to Gabby. And but I was thinking, it's kind of dumb. The other guys were trying to make the switch right away in the rose ceremony. If you think about it, back on Seinfeld, Jerry and George, they were trying to figure out how to do the switcheroo, and they sat down for several hours to plan it out. And so I just feel like Logan was a lot smarter about doing the whole switcheroo.
Yes.
No matter what, whatever his thought process was. All right, that's all. Bye.
Bye. Oh, look at that. Our first time caller there, David, calling in and throws in the bye at the end. That's how you know you're part of the channel when you hear bye right at the end there. Just a nice little boop. Bruce says, dang, Dave is talking about Dave in a Dave video on the Dave channel. That's right. All while not drinking a Diet Coke. But as Erica says, intermittent fasting isn't really a diet. Yeah, I'm just trying to keep myself from shoving food down my throat past a certain hour because I'm this type of I'm weird where like I'll find a type of food I like and I'll just run with it. Beginning of the pandemic, I was having nonstop baked potatoes. Let me tell you something. You want to talk about love? I would make a baked potato. I would drizzle some flavored olive oil with like infused garlic on top. Bake it so that the olive oil creates a little crusty outer shell. I would stuff that baby full of cheese, sour cream, butter, chives, bacon, whatever you want. And then about a year into the pandemic, I was like, whoa, let's slow down on that. And then lately I've been doing a ton of popcorn because I'm like, popcorn, it's gluten-free, it's healthy, baby, just eat the pot. And so, I come home for my stand-up show Saturday night or Sunday night, it's 12:30 when I get home and I want to eat some pizza. And I just have to realize, all right, well, here are the hours I'm putting food into my body. Food is fuel. That's totally fine. If people have a problem with those triggers, I just suggest looking at what triggers you about it and working on that on yourself because, talking about food is just part of what I do on my channel. I talk about food. I talk about a lot of other things.
Hey, this is Mrs. B from Hamilton again. Can anybody in Canada tell me, like Ontario specifically, where it's on right now? So I'm looking at the City TV guide, and it tells me that, like, America's Got Talent is coming on at 8 o'clock, and that's not what I want to watch. So where is it playing right now in Canada, guys? Let me know. Bye.
Bye. Well, I don't have a Canadian answer, but I heard that it's not on in Canada. I'm not really sure. Presley Wilson, hey, thanks for the call or for the comment. Says we're here because we love to hear you talk, Dave, about everything. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, much love to everyone out there. Natalie says diets are not the enemy, it's lifestyles. Now, of course, yeah, I mean, I understand why diet has a wrong connotation because it's like a lot of crash dieting. Take this pill. Remember diet pills? Who's doing diet pills? For me, it's just about taking certain foods out of my diet that I know lead to me eating worse food. So there's a lot of starches and simple carbs that don't really benefit me, but other people can eat just fine. Tasha, my fiance, can have pasta all day long. Like that's just part of what she can do. If I have pasta, next thing you know, I'm going down in the alleys looking for scraps of chocolate and Hershey's bars. You know what I mean? Anyway, all right, we're down to our final minute. I'm going to end this a few minutes early tonight, just so I have time to set up for my. I want to make sure I set up for my channel because I'm just running a little slow tonight. But I did want to just give me a second here. I mean, I know you guys get it, but sometimes it's so hard to talk, text, and then research as I'm pulling up things. My eyes are just, I mean, I'm so exhausted at the end of these things because I'm just doing all these random things here. But I wanted to make sure I have Kristen Nunez's channel pulled up because I feel like I wasn't on the right channel here. Oh, there it is. So here is Kristen Nunez's channel here that she referenced earlier from our phone call, and she's got all of her new content out there. How to manage stress as a parent, how to engage cooperation effectively, how to grocery shop without meltdowns, how to help children cope with grief. By the way, this doesn't make me want to have kids. How to shop without meltdowns. I want to go shopping in peace. But I totally get it. How to learn. So really appreciate all the different videos. She's
always having meltdowns, meltdown after meltdown, breakdown after breakdown. Get it together.
Oh, nice music.
Oh, I'm just talking to myself.
All right. So anyway, you can Mommy Breakdown is available on YouTube. I guess you just search Mommy Breakdown, right? I love the new channel there. Keep up the good work. And let's see if we have anything else to get into. If you ever have any videos you want us to share, just let me know. Illumi Music sent $2. Thank you so much for the super chat. Continue to keep it real, Dave Neal. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Andy says everything in moderation, of course, and I got to just fly through your comments. I apologize for those I didn't get to. I've just got a lot going on here. I guess we can do one more voicemail.
Hey, Dave. This is Penny from Southwestern Ontario.
Hey.
This is in response to your caller who I believe said she's also in Ontario and said that she checked City TV, and yes, City TV is playing America's Got Talent tonight. They're actually showing tonight's episode next Monday.
Boo.
And then the part 2 finale on Tuesday. So, yeah, I don't know where we can find it either. Although I do know the last time that they switched up the dates, the very next morning it was already posted on the City TV site. So I was able to watch the show that we missed the next morning. So hopefully that'll happen again. Today, love your show, Dave, and sorry I went over a minute.
No worries. Thank you so much for the clarification for our Canadian friends out there. Now, if you want to chat during tonight's episode, go to the link tree right here. It's in my Instagram, @DNeals. Click the link tree right there, and then you'll see Dave's Discord. You can click on that link, and then there'll be information on how you can stream the show, how you can chat, and all that jazz. So that's where it is. That's going to be it for me right now. I will be live in 2 hours as we discuss the part 1 episode of the show. So again, there won't be the end of all ends tonight, but we'll discuss whatever we saw after tonight's episode. So I will see you guys all in a little bit. Bye, everybody. Oh, Trisha, glad we all helped you out.
Like a cool drop of rain coming down from a clear sky. Like a honeybee taking off that really shouldn't fly. Like a snowflake falling down on a summer day. It's just amazing. It's 1,000,000 to 1,000,000 to 1. It really couldn't be. You're my kind of one of a kind. I'm gonna get out there and say it, 'cause there ain't gonna be one more like you, no. Ain't gonna be one more like you, no. Ain't gonna be. I could search high and low, but
Bye, everybody. See you in a bit.